The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has revealed that 27 officers were sacked from its workforce in 2024 as part of its quest to enforce integrity and rid its fold of fraudulent elements. Spokesperson for EFCC, Dele Oyewale, revealed this in a statement issued on Monday in Abuja. According to the statement, the EFCC officers were dismissed for various offenses bordering on fraudulent activities and misconduct. The statement indicated that they were sacked based on the recommendation of Staff's Disciplinary Committee of the EFCC, which was ratified by the Commission's chairman, Mr. Ola Olukoyede. The anti-graft agency also reiterated Olukoyede's commitment to zero tolerance for corruption in the statement. The EFCC chairman was quoted as warning that no officer is immune to disciplinary measures. The Commission also alerted the public of the sinister activities of impersonators and blackmailers who are allegedly using the name of its executive chairman to extort money from high-profile suspects being investigated by the EFCC in the statement. Are we supposed to applaud this coming from the Economic and Financial Crime Commission? Are we supposed to, rejoice?
Are you done? Chidima, maybe you think I'm applauding every institution this morning. Well, it's because I'm looking at some salient moves that's been made, to bring about sanity in our society. And let me tell you something. If these measures are not taken and made to work, you and I, who are sane people, we will not be living a happy life. But just that's on the sunny side. But to be perfectly honest, what is happening is the EFCC. What is happening with the EFCC to me is sad. It's sad. The EFCC is an anti-graft agency, and they are supposed to, by my estimation, I am not too happy with. I'm not too happy with what they have done.
Why?
You understand?
Well, what's your reason?
I'll tell you why. You have an anti-graft agency that's responsible for whose detail is to stamp out corruption in our society.
Okay.
We should have an agency watching them. And I want to say that going forward, or at some point, the laws that put together EFCC, ICPC, they should be reviewed. They should be reviewed, and because let me tell you why that is important. Maybe that's been happening. I'm not taking anything from them. EFCC, ICPC, these are institutions that were established sometimes, I think, during the Obasanjo regime. And I think that should be, take it or leave it, should be more than 20 years now. I think most of these laws are obsolete. Given the fact that we are in this digital age and things move at breakneck speed. So at this blinding pace, that things are moving, we are supposed to firm up our laws in a way that these adjustments will take care of some of the latest developments in society. So we have EFCC. Who is watching EFCC? EFCC have been committing crimes. Who is watching EFCC? It shouldn't be like that. You don't give anybody a blank check in a democratic society where the freedom of people can be trampled upon. I don't want to mention anybody now. It's not necessary. I'm not in that mood. But EFCC, there have been chairman. There have been chairmen who led chairmen who led the EFCC at some point were committing serious infractions, perhaps corrupting themselves. Because I'll tell you, when we say corrupting themselves, the question would be, can you say what I took or all that? If you help yourself to an item that was, say, seized from certain people, and you arbitrarily help yourself to those items, that's criminal. That's unlawful. You're not supposed to do that. And so, what is government doing? I think the National Assembly should look at the laws that establish the EFCC and maybe come up with some fundamental adjustments that will make it, become responsive to the realities of what we see in society today. You say if 27 of them, okay, maybe they did something that was wrong, and thank God for the courage of Olu Koyede. I thank him for his courage to stand up to this. But you see, you said you referred them to a disciplinary committee. The disciplinary committee members, where do they come from? They are still in the EFCC. What if they have some favorites among those who committed the crime? I'm just asking, I'm just saying. You see, let me tell you, when we talk about checks and balances, people think it's just about executive, judiciary, and the legislature. No. In democracy, in proper democracy, the checks and balances is a seamless measure. It doesn't stop at some point. You say, no, at this point, it's okay. Nobody should check this. No, it shouldn't be like that. If it were to stop at some point, then ideal democracies will not function the way they function. When President Donald Trump was elected as the 45th president of the United States, I have to repeat that on this program today, the man was grilled by agencies, anti-corruption agencies, people who looked into one issue concerning him or the other. This happened for 3 years. Even in the midst of all that, his impeachment came. Why? It's because he is not a sacred cow. But if we say that we want to run a democratic, government in Nigeria, it should be so. You will check me, people will check you. Somebody will check the person that is checking me, so that you that is checking me, you will be wise enough that while you're checking me, you're staying in line. Okay. Because you might even step out of line. It happened to, we talked about Danladi the other day, the man that was at a code of conduct, the code of conduct man. Yes, he stepped out of line in his effort to check someone. He stepped out of line because he wanted to impress some people.
Okay, Mr. QC, in essence, you're saying EFCC, the government should reevaluate the EFCC.
Yes, the terms of reference.
And then another head should oversee their affairs.
Yes, I strongly think that an agency should oversee what they are doing.
From the beginning, when we started discussing the story, I asked, are we supposed to commend them for this action, because they have been called out several times. First off, over the Yahya Bello case. Secondly, the NNPCL there's been different scenarios that have been going on in the oil sector right here. There are lots of things to be done. sacking 27 officers for misconduct. That was why I asked you that question. Are we supposed to commend them? Is this the duty is this what the EFCC has been put in place to do?
I am not going to commend EFCC just yet.
Okay.
I want to salute.
We're not asking to commend them anyway.
No, better. Sorry.
I'm asking a question. Are we supposed to commend them for sacking the 27 officers?
That is why I have my
when there are a lot of
reservation.
Serious scenarios to play out.
Good, Chidima, you will agree with me. I have my reservations. I salute Olukoyede, I must confess, because maybe some of these things are happening because the man is sitting and saying, look, not under my watch, quote unquote. I don't know him. Let me tell you something. You see, we're talking about EFCC, and see, that is why I said perhaps we need to review the terms of reference and the laws that established this agency, because look at this. Let me ask you a question. When INEC conducts election, now there's so much money pushed to INEC. As a matter of fact, I took time to listen to how much money was released to INEC during the 2019 election. I can remember that very well, 2019 election. And I was asking, my God, why does INEC need this kind of money? Okay, maybe INEC needs the money. Fair and square, okay? Now, when INEC is done conducting the election, who goes to INEC? Apart from, I'm not just talking about auditors. I'm talking about an effort to audit everything that INEC has done. Because if we want to push good governance, this is how we are going to push it. If INEC will do whatever they do, and after they do it, nobody questions them, and INEC will say, we've finished now. Next, how many years do we have? Okay, we have another 4 years. Next 4 years, let them come up. And so we deal. Who goes in to audit what INEC have done? What if some people help themselves to the money that was given to INEC? What if some officials, did something, conducted themselves in a manner that is not too good, and so just because he works with INEC, it's okay. And then the next thing they are looking for someone, they will just call someone that worked there. Perhaps it's the person that committed the fraud, and the next thing they will either promote him, make him a minister, or make that person whoever something. I am not saying people don't deserve their promotion, but what I'm saying is that we have institutions. There should be people. There should be. See, the Nigerian government is running at under capacity. We are running under capacity. What we have actually, one of the things that we have bedeviling our economy is under capacity utilization. We are not putting in everything that is required. I'm telling you. And I know that is happening. Let me just leave it there.
And like I said, sacking, relieving 27 officers all out of their jobs is, no, we're not saying it's a bad decision.
I don't know.
Because they could have actually done something out of place, which were fraudulent activities and misconduct. But nobody is saying that this decision was out of place. Nobody is going to say that this decision was out of place. But the thing is, face the right course. Do what is due for your position. You have been put in place as the anti-graft agency to conduct and oversee the corrupt and crime practices going on in different agencies, different sectors in the country. Do the needful.
Do the needful.
Do the needful. Do what is actually necessary.
Yes. And sorry, I just have to say this. You know, when you talk about corruption on the part of like agents of the EFCC, and but we are talking about EFCC right now. Do you know that there are several things these men do that is away from maybe taking money from people? Have you seen how EFCC EFCC operatives dehumanize people? Have you seen how they manhandle people? All that does not prove anything in your investigation if you are investigating a crime. The way they think they can do anything because they are from EFCC. All that shouldn't be. Because at the end of the day, you have done all that, and now we are hearing this. We understand?
Yeah.
You are treating Nigerians you are disrespecting Nigerians just because you want to conduct an investigation, and now we are hearing this. So where is this coming from? It means that whatever thing you have been doing, all the shouts, all the hitting people, beating people, vandalizing their properties, and getting in at any rate, and people, you know where their offices are, that you can just easily walk in and get them. You will go to their premises, tear it down, do this, do that, and then we are hearing this. So where is this coming from?